Wow, I ordered a new Nokta Makro Legend yesterday. I think it's here. The sad thing is I'm leaving for Holland in 2 hours, so I won't get to try it out. I can start charging it though. Let's get this one out. Oh, it's pretty heavy. And just see what's in the Pro Pack box. All right. We don't need that anymore. Oh, there it is. So right now, guys, if you order, you get the Legend Pro Pack for $9.95, and that includes a 6-inch coil, and it includes the headset, and oh, see, look it. Thank you, Gary. This is like the third detector I've bought from them. You also get this $158 Advantage package right now, which is extra, and I'll show you why we need that. It's got an awesome heavy-duty digging pouch. It's got the hat. You got to wear the hat, right? It's got the leg pouch for your digger. It comes with a new digger. Oh, heavy-duty. That feels really nice. I wasn't sure about that. Oh, I like the weight of that. That feels heavy-duty. That kind of feels like my old whites that I lost. Good times. I'm going to be using that one from now on. It comes with another one of these Pro pointers, which I'll show you guys. I didn't really need because when I bought the Simplex last year, there's the other one, and I have not even taken it out to charge it or anything. So now we've got two of them. I am going to sell one of those. They're handy to have because those are diving pinpointers. Those are made to go underwater up to like 100 feet, something like that. So when you're in the water all day like John is, I tried to get John to buy one. I said, you know, this is better to use than the everyday regular ones right here that we use that always take on water and then they don't work. Anyway. What is this? Is this a special something extra in there that I'm not aware of? Oh, it is. A special something extra. Look at this. Forest City coffee cup right there. The old vodka holder. Oh, look at one more thing in the box here. Canadian Digger sticker. You guys know I will use whatever is going to be the best machine and the best bang for the buck, right? Like, I don't feel like I need to buy a Deus 2 or the new Manticore. I actually bought this after the release announcement for the Manticore. Do I have the money to buy a Manticore? Yeah. Do I want a Manticore? I don't think so. I think I want to try this. This, to me, with all the accessories and the extras, this is the bang for buck right here, guys. There's a 6-inch coil included. Okay, for my Equinox, it cost me $350 for the 6-inch coil. There's the 11-inch coil. I'm going to wet myself. There's a second hat in that box. Hey, you get 2 hats when you buy from Nokta Makro. That one's a little crushed. That's okay. We'll fix that. Okay, so you've seen the hat. We can flip around and I'll show you what else is in the box. All right, so user manuals, headphone manual. We don't need those. Well, we'll hang on to them. Here are your low latency Bluetooth headset. I didn't really need that. I've got low latency earphones, but I don't have any over the ear ones. So that's a nice, this package, the Pro package that they've got, guys, where you get the extra battery pack. Okay, so you get the extra battery pack, you get the headset, you get the 6-inch coil for $9.95. And then now the special sale, they're throwing in all the extra stuff that I showed you guys. You just can't, there's nobody competing with this, you know, in this price range. Good morning, guys. First day back from Holland, and I was up at like 5 o'clock this morning. I'm trying to get back on Canadian time, and all I could think about was testing out the new Nokta Makro Legend that we purchased. Okay, so what I'd like to do in this first video is I watched a lot of other people's videos online when I was gone about, you know, coin shooting programs that they made themselves and adjusting tone breaks and settings. I don't want to do any of that because I want to try this machine just as stock so I can see what does it sound like, what the coins ring up like, what the items ring up like without touching anything. Because if you don't know any of that and you start changing the settings, then you're really not learning the machine. You've got to learn the base machine first and then adjust it to set your needs as you go. So I've got a handful of Canadian coins. Now I have seen a couple of suggestions for finding Canadian Clad. Okay, these are steel core, most of them. I don't have a toonie. I have a loonie, a dime, a quarter, a penny, a nickel. And I just want to see if they ring up on the on the Legend without changing any settings. And I want to try a couple of things before we go off and hunt. And then I want to do a little morning hunt just to try this machine out. I've been using the Equinox for 3 years, so I know that machine inside and out. Let's test this machine a little bit. Okay, Canadian penny, a 65. Oh, I like that nice steady visual display there, 45. It's not bouncing around. And then as soon as I say that, it starts bouncing around. Okay, so that's a penny. So we know that this goes from 0 to 60, the visual display, 10 higher than the Equinox. I'm used to 0 to 50. I don't know why they would do that, but let's throw some other coins down here. Let's throw a loonie down there. Okay, it's kind of saying junk. And apparently we are on Park. I didn't even look at what we're on here. Park, Multi 1, and F, Ferris. Okay, Canadian steel clad quarter. Reading pretty junky. Let's try that, moving that just to make sure there isn't something under there. Oh, not even reading that at all. Having a real hard time with the Canadian quarter. Canadian dime. Oh, we got nothing. Come on. Okay, so we're going to definitely have to change some settings if we want to find Canadian Clad. That's for sure. Well, let's try a nickel. And the nickels, contrary to what you hear on all these American channels, Canadian nickels are no longer made with nickel. They haven't been made with nickel since the 1960s. Like 65, I think, was the last year. So Canadian Clad on the base settings are going to ring up the same as the Equinox. Non-existent, except for the loonie over there. Which surprised me that it was actually... You know, I would dig that if I were looking for pocket change. But we'll have to change the settings, obviously. I thought I could get away with... Let's just try something here. I just wanted to try 4 kilohertz because somebody suggested that on one of the American sites. And when we do that, yes, the loonie does ring up right at the top of the scale, which it does on the Simplex and it also does on the Macro Cruiser. 95 is what it would ring up on those machines. So that one rings up a little better. The penny is the same. The dime is still non-existent. The nickel is non-existent. And the quarter is non-existent. On one of the Canadian sites, somebody told me at the Equinox, if you could set it to 40 kilohertz, you can find Canadian Clad. Now, I can't do that on my Equinox because it's the 600, and it just has multi. It doesn't do 20 or 40 on its own. So let's just see. Oh, look at that. Okay, so that would be coin range 40s. Loonie. Penny rings up a little higher on 40 kilohertz. Oh, look at our dime, the Canadian dime. That is now diggable. There we go. And the nickel would definitely be ringing up. Almost 40. Oh, look at this. And the Canadian quarter, almost 40. Okay, so without doing any further cheating to this, nothing at all, just setting it on straight 40 kilohertz instead of multi, we can now find all the Canadian Clad we want. And I will play with that a little more. Today we're going to swing in multi for a bit just to see what we can find, but we will also try this 40 kilohertz as well.